Wow, this is weird. Welcome back. It's time to make a couple of dividend update videos because it's been a really long time. It's been like 2 months since I made a video. It's been longer than that since I made a dividend update. So let's get caught up. I actually have 3 months to catch you up on. So we're going to do April, May, and June of 2025. Talk about the purchases I made, the returns that I've gotten, not just in dollars and cents, but also in terms of how many burritos could I have bought with these dividend returns? How many months will it take me at this rate to buy a brand new race car? Well, not quite a brand new race car, but a race car nonetheless. And then also, how do these months compare to the last 2 years of dividend investing, both in terms of my return and in the actual dollars I've gotten? Little preview for you. This has been my best dividend month ever. One of these 3. Let's go. First off, let's talk about April of 2025. I got 3 referrals from you all signing up for Robinhood through my little link that's in the description. Thank you very much for that, which is $15. I always put that into Coca-Cola stock. Finally, our actual Coca-Cola stock is getting us some money. So look at this, April. $2.21 from Coke. Thank you guys. And the usual suspects, JEPI, JEPQ, AGNC. If you are here kind of for one of the first times seeing one of these dividend videos, I initially started by cherry picking stocks. And that's why you see things like MO, NLY, RC, these kinds of individual ticker symbols for individual companies that I thought they get a good dividend return. People seem to like them. Financials don't look too out of whack. Let's pick those. Over time, my index funds ways made me kind of feel uncomfortable with that because I always invest in index funds. I also forgot to put on a hat. Got a new haircut. What do you think? Is it working? Is it not? Looking a little rough up there. So that's why you see things appear over time like the JEPI and JEPQs of the world. And in the future, you'll see some more stuff alongside SPHD and SPYI, just because I feel comfortable getting more back into indexes just to diversify my risk a little bit more. So that means for this month, our total dividends were $120. Nothing that fantastic. It's whatever. If it was a yearly return at that rate, it's 4.04%. It's basically a high yield savings account at that point. Nothing special. Oh yeah, I forgot. My other metric that I like is if this money was a full-time employee of mine working 40 hours a week, 4 months, 4 weeks per month, then what would that hourly pay rate be? Essentially 160 hours a month. I know for some months that doesn't really work out to be like full-time, but you know what I'm talking about here. That would be 75 cents an hour. I have little employees and they're not paying me very well, but they're paying me something. Then on to the better metrics. So that $120 is equal to 13 burritos this month. Not bad. Less than 0.5% of a race car. Ugh. Not great. That means if I had to wait and use this money to buy a race car, it would take me over 17 years. Less than ideal. These next few months need to do better than that. Let's go. May of 2025. Only 1 referral. Understandable. No Coca-Cola dividend that month because there's a quarterly payer, but we got a bunch of our other regulars and that totaled $131. A little bit better. That's almost a 4.5% yearly return, which means it's actually better than a high yield savings account right now. My full-time employees are paying me almost $1 an hour, 0.82 cents per hour. It's not too bad. And our burritos are knocking on the door of 15. It's more than 0.5% of a race car. 15 years to wait, Okay, objectively still awful. I'm with you. These are laughable numbers, but it's progress because this next month is my best dividend month ever. I don't know why I said it like that. I got 3 referrals for June, so 15 more bucks into Coke. And look at this giant list of dividends that I got. Juicy. That big, fat, luscious, curvaceous list that I love so much, like a cinnamon roll. $226 in dividends. My most dividends ever in a single month. Finally, we're talking about some real money. If that was a full-time employee, $1.42 per hour working full-time into my pocket. In terms of a yearly rate, 7.62%. I will take 7% dividends all day. And now the most important metrics. Burritos and race cars. That's 25 burritos this month. Guys, I had a burrito this morning from a place called Some Burros. It was fine. Bacon, egg, cheese, potato, cheese. I said cheese twice. Little green salsa on top. Totally acceptable. $9 after tax, which actually reinforces my formula up here, $9 after tax. I know a lot of burritos out there are more than $9. There's a few that aren't, but we're living, meager here. I'm trying to get the most burrito bang for the buck. And that $226 means that we're almost at 1% of a race car. Guys, that means under 10 years to wait. 9 years to buy a race car at this rate by my math. That's pretty incredible. If you want to check my math, essentially what I'm doing is dividing 25,000 by the amount of money that I made to say how many months of dividends at that rate will it take me to buy a $25,000 race car. If you want to find $25,000 race cars, go to places like racingjunk.com, sometimes Facebook Marketplace, go waste some time. Find the best looking one you can find. So while we're at it doing this compilation video of the last 3 months, let's total that up. The last 3 months of dividends, I've gotten $478 worth of dividends. Almost $500 for doing nothing except for choosing to allocate my money in this way. Sometimes I think these kinds of things are talked about in sort of TikTok fashion, YouTube Shorts fashion, where you just say, look, I'm doing nothing, made $500. This is amazing. Think about all the burritos I could have had. Granted, that's true. I haven't done anything, but it's really an opportunity cost game at this point. Should you put your money in dividends and have it earn you money in this way? Should you invest it into typical like growth stocks and just think about how much money you're earning on itself over time? You're probably not withdrawing cash, but it's earning money. Should you put it in something safer, like a CD or high yield savings account? They're all opportunity costs. The most important thing is that we do something over and above leaving it in cash, leaving it in a checking account, a savings account, something like that. Leaving it stagnant in a place that's not earning at least 3.5%, 4% interest is basically financial death. We do not want to do that. We want our money to grow on itself and compound over time so that we end up having to work less and less hard to get to that next milestone. One of my favorite things to do is to look at places like Reddit or my own spreadsheets and calculate how long it took to get to each increment of net worth. Could be each $1 million. For most of us, that's kind of a big jump to do, like jumps of $1 million. For me, I like to track how many months it is between each 100K of net worth growth. We're almost on to our next increment. Like next month, we're going to hit another increment. And so that'll be really fun to track. But typically what you see is that timeline of growth goes faster and faster over time. The amount of months it takes for us, for our net worth to multiply to get to that 100K, 200K, 300K takes less time each time, especially that first 100K. My gosh, what a doozy. If you're watching this because you're just starting investing or you're trying to learn what dividend investing is, should you do it or not? Honestly, I can take it or leave it. It's fine. It's probably not the best way to grow your money, the absolute fastest way, because typically growth stocks grow faster than dividends, but it's satisfying to get a dividend. If this gets you off the couch and moving in terms of investing and makes you start investing, do it. Do something. I talked to a coworker today, a new coworker, because I got a new job. I'm not making videos full time anymore. You probably have noticed that because I haven't made videos for like 3 months or something. And the new coworker is only investing 2% into our company 401k. Our full match is 4%. So he's literally giving up a 100% match on his money because he doesn't really feel like doing it. I had to hold my tongue. I had to just zip it. Couldn't say anymore. I didn't want to say, hey, check out the 500 videos I made about finance stuff. He did ask about the difference between traditional and Roth, so that was kind of fun to talk about that. But by and large, it's not my job to mansplain anything unless you opt into a video like this, in which case, sorry, mansplaining time. So what have my returns looked like thus far in the year of 2025? This is my return APY by month, and this is not a monthly percentage yield, it's an annual percentage yield. So if each month return was extrapolated out for 12 months, that's what it would be. You can see that on my low months that aren't those quarterly hitting months, it's around 4%. On those times that it actually hits the quarterly mark, it's over 6%. So we'll see how that averages out as the year goes on. As far as monthly dividend amounts since February of 2023, so we're going back kind of to the beginning where we started off with just a few bucks, you can see that there's been a very consistent trajectory upward over time. Up and to the right is what I like to see. I can't even imagine $250. We're knocking on the door. I mean, there's going to be a day that we're making $500 a month, and that's just madness. But to lead into the next month's dividend video, I made the single biggest trade of the year a couple days ago for this dividend account. We had some cash sitting there. I decided I would rather invest the cash than sit on it in cash, even though we're still getting 4% with Robinhood Gold. It's not a bad deal. Even though what I invested in shouldn't, in theory, really get us much more than 4% in terms of return. I have reasons to invest a large chunk of change, 4-figure chunk of change into this one particular security. I'll explain why in the next dividend update video. If you have any questions for me, leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you guys. Bye.